Welcome in today's lesson. This is a very own teacher, the Unza graduate teacher. In today's lesson, we are looking at a question which came in Maths Paper 1, 2025 G12 exam, the paper which came last year. The question that we are looking at, it was on question 22B. The question was saying, the following is the graph of y is equals to negative x squared plus 12x minus 11. The graph cuts the x-axis at A and B. The question was saying, question 21 B1 was saying, find the coordinates of the points A and B. So this is coordinate of A and B. So like this is the x-axis, y-axis. So now we are told to find the coordinate of this A and B. So what you need to know that in this, the point it is here, the point that we're talking about, where it's cutting in x-axis. And we know that in this x-axis, we know that the values of y, they are always equals to what? 0. If it had cut in y-axis, the value of x could have been zeros. So that means here you say, we know that for y is already 0 here. For point A, and also here for B, we know that the value of y is 0. All we need to find now the values of x. So for us to solve this question, what we need to do, we need to get our graph. This graph, the same, or this the same graph, which is saying since we know that the value of a y is 0, we have to equate by 0. You say 0 is equals to negative x squared plus 12x minus 11. So now, what we need to do, for us to make it easy, we must multiply. If you want it, you can just say, have you seen the value of x here is negative x squared? For us to make it easy, we can say these values which are here, they jump the equal sign, they cross the equal sign. We want to make this number which is in front to be positive, so that you won't have challenges to solve. Even like this, you can solve. So you're going to say when they cross the equal sign, they will become positive. This one will become positive x. This one will become negative 12x. This one will become positive 11 is equals to this one. That means 0 will go to the other side now. So when it reaches to this side, you have to find out the two common factors. The two common factors, these are numbers. These are two numbers. When you add them, they are going to give you negative 11. When you multiply those two numbers, they are going to give you positive 11. So the two common factors, we are going to say they are negative 1 and negative 11. So when you say negative 1 plus negative 11, negative and this one, they are going to give you negative 12. Negative 12. You are going to find negative 12 here. So even when you say negative 1 multiplied by negative 11, they will give you positive 1. So now, you are going to, after I find these two common factors, you are going to replace them here, on the middle here. You are going to say x squared, then you are going to choose whatsoever. Okay? If it's negative 1, you have to put it with x. You say negative 1x like this. So negative 1 or negative 1x, when you, it's just the same, even if when you put a negative 1. So now, the other one, if you put negative 1 here, that means the other one you are going to put negative 11x. Then here at last there is positive 11. Then you say equals 0. Now you factorize the group. So you look for the common factors of this factorization. You say this side it is x. The other side, the common factor, you get the number which, if there is negative here, you put negative 11. You just negative 11. That's a common factor this side. When you say x divided by x squared, you give you x. X into negative x to give you negative 1. Then you go to negative 11. Negative 11 into 11x just give you x. Negative 11 into 11 will give you negative 1 is equals to 0. So you are going to get x which is outside here. You get with the number which is here. You say negative 11. You put the bracket and you just choose one bracket here. You say x minus 1 is equals to 0. Then here you are going to choose 1. Here in the bracket there is x minus 11, you say equals to 0. Then you correct the right term, it will be x is equals to 0 plus 11. Then the value of x you are going to say is equals to 11. Then you look for, you find the other value of x again for the other bracket, which is x minus 1. You say x minus 1 is equals to 0. It goes to the other side to become positive. It will be x is equals to 0 plus 1. Then you say the value of x is equals to 1. So that means you are finding the x is equals to 11, x is equals to 1. So what you need to understand, as you can see, as the numbers they are increasing, this is the smallest. As you are going to this side, numbers are increasing. So the smallest value, a it is on the smallest side. As you are going to the b side, that means the bigger the number. So that means 1, it is for a. The x is equals to 1. So that means here you say the value, the coordinate of a is equals to a is 1, 0. Then the 11 you put it here. That means the coordinate of b it is 11, 0. So now the last question was saying find the maximum value of y. For you to find the maximum value of y, you can just find the midpoint. After you find the midpoint, and when you find the midpoint, that means you find the number which is the value which is in between this graph here. When you find the midpoint, you say the midpoint is equals to, you say x is equals to, the midpoint of x is equals to, you say, you're going to say x2 plus x1 over 2. Or you can just use this formula to find the number which is in between. So just say negative b over 2a. You can use it on the numbers which are on the quadratic equation. You say this number it is a, this number it is b, you replace. So now when you replace this one, you know that the number which is in front is always considered to be a. This one is b. You just say x is equals to, so you say negative 12 over 2 multiplied by a. A it is negative 1. So you say x is equals to negative 12 over negative 2. So you're going to say x is equals to 6. Even when you find you use the coordinate one, when you use the value of x which is here and here, you're going to find the 6. That means you know the number which is between the graph. When you know the number which is between the graph now, it is 6. You have to replace it now on this equation. So on this equation, we know that you are going to say x or y is equals to this now your graph. X, where there's the x, you put this as 6 power 2, then plus 12. Where there's x, you put 6. minus 11. So 12 to the power 6 to the power 2 is, it will give you negative 36. Then you are going to say plus 6 times this one, it will give you 6 times 2, it will give you 12, carry 1. The 6 times this one, it will give you 6, plus 1, it will give you 72, minus 11. It will be 11. So when you say 72 minus 11, it will give you 61 plus what? Or minus 36. So now when you say minus 36 plus what? 61, the answer it will give you, supposed to be give you 25. So the highest value, which is here, the highest value of y supposed to be 25. When they are saying maximum value of y supposed to be here, so first you find the midpoint which is here, then you know that the highest maximum value is going to be the value of y you replace in the graph, which is 25. After you find the midpoint, you put it in the graph. When you find the midpoint, you put it in the graph. Then the value that you're going to find the here in the graph, where you replace x here, which was 6, we found the 25. Thank you very much for having time to watch my video. Why should you continue to struggle with such questions? Why should you continue to struggle with mathematics when the undergraduate teacher is here? Just follow my TikTok channel. If you're watching me on TikTok, if you're watching me on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more mathematics lesson. Why should you continue to struggle with mathematics when the undergraduate teacher is here?